Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lyle, and I just wanted to make a video. I'm gonna kind of do this probably. I'm thinking bi-weekly, but what happened to me was I had a, distal bicep tear, tendon tear. So my situation is a little bit unique. I've seen a lot of other videos that have been helpful, but wanted to kind of share what happened here with me, and hopefully, maybe it'll help someone out there. But a little bit of background, how I did this thing. I'm a contractor by trade, so I specifically do countertops. So I was lifting a granite countertop, and it was probably 200 pounds, which isn't might sound like a lot, but not a very uncommon weight that we throw around quite often. Been doing it for a long time, and my partner, he had one end of it. I went to grab it off my truck, and I kind of just lifted, not properly, and I think it was more of how I lifted it than the weight of it. But I just felt this, rubber band snap, and that was no good. And it didn't really hurt that bad, honestly. But it hurt, but I was like, well, let's get this thing off the truck. And as the weight came down, I just felt this horrible, horrible tear, and that's when the pain kind of kicked in. So I knew something was wrong. I'd never injured myself like this before. So I knew, but I could tell. I could see a deformity in my bicep. It had shifted, very close to up to my shoulder. So obviously I could tell in comparison to my left arm. Unfortunately, I injured my right arm, but I could tell that something wasn't good. So obviously I knew I needed to go to the doctor. So I did so. Contacted the orthopedist and went in there. Immediately he could tell distal bicep tear, and I had done my own, of course, research and Googling and that type of thing. So I kind of knew going in that that's probably what the case was, and I had researched the procedures. I was hoping I didn't need surgery. He said for sure. So um, this video is Saturday, and I had surgery on Monday, so we're 5 days post-op here. So I look like this. The surgery itself. Oh, let me back up here. So how I damage this, how it's different than most. Your tendon, the tendon connects your bicep from up here. Your bicep is yay long, and you have a tendon that attaches to the bottom of it down to the bone in your elbow area. So the doctor said 95% of the time this tendon snaps at the bone. So that's a relatively easy one to repair. They just stretch that back down. They do an incision at the crease of your elbow. They just pull that tendon back down, essentially drill a hole to your bone and fasten it with a kind of like a button, almost like you would button your pants, and that's the repair. It's still a lengthy recovery period, but mine, since I'm so special and this is so rare, mine snapped at the muscle. So that's a whole different ball game. Much more of an in-depth procedure. It's a much larger incision. Unfortunately, a lot of them are just straight across. Mine's going to be like a large S. It starts kind of down by my forearm, and I'll show you. I'm going to probably do these videos bi-weekly, but it goes up. It's going to go up quite a ways up here. So what I had to have was a cadaver, Achilles tendon from a cadaver sewn into my bicep, and then that allows him to pull that down and then fix that to my elbow. So that's kind of the deal with how mine, is a little bit different than most of what I've seen. So it's not good. It's not pretty. I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm trying to stay positive. I wanted to do this video a little closer to my post-op, but he prescribed me some Norco and even some OxyContin, which I did not want to take. The pain was so bad the day after and the second day that I had to pop one of those. I popped an Oxy and I took two Norcos, and I was just totally out of it, and I could still feel some pain here. So it was pretty painful, and he told me that it would be extremely painful when I came out of the nerve block. They do a nerve block. It's an injection in your neck, and it just totally numbed this whole thing. And it was really weird. I could feel, my brain, my sensories telling my fingers to move, and I just couldn't do it. But as you can see now, that's well worn off. I have total range of motion. My grip actually feels strong. I mean, I feel, I've been not pushing it, but I can do simple things. I can open, what happened here? I can open easy jars, toothpaste, that type of thing. But so anyways, like I said, this is going to be a long recovery. So I'm going to kind of do some videos and as I progress here, and I'm hoping to get this clunker off of me soon. This thing is annoying, and I can't move it at all. As you can see, I have range of motion in my shoulder. Can move all my fingers and that type of thing. But so yeah, it's going to be months ahead. Most guys that do this or gals that do this, they snap it at the bone. That's usually 3-4 months before you're functioning pretty well with some physical therapy. This is probably going to be longer for me. This is probably going to be more like 5 or 6 months until I'm feeling, kind of back to my old self. I'm hoping to get full range of motion and full stretching. A lot of times they say you won't be able to stretch your arm out as far as you could, full strength. So, or I'm sorry, full length. So we'll see. But yeah. Anyhow, hope this was somewhat helpful. And I'll show you what this thing looks like as time progresses. All right. Thanks for checking in.